Welcome back, garden fans. It's me, Nick, from Whispering Roots. I'm joined today by our fearless leader, CEO, and all-around great dude,
Greg Fripp.
So today we're building some garden beds over at
King Science Magnet Middle School in Omaha, Nebraska.
So right now we're going to walk through real quick our materials. First, you're going to need a drill with a drill bit so you can drill your pilot holes. Then you're going to need a second drill, or just another drill bit, that fits the screws that you're going to put in. Today we're using some 2.5-inch deck screws. You could use 3 or 3.5, but I think these will work just fine. Now, Greg, do you want to tell us what kind of wood we got here?
Well, definitely, Nick. Today we're going to be using 2x10 by 8-foot boards for our side, 2x10 by 4-foot boards for our ends, so that'll give us a 4-foot by 8-foot bed. We're also going to be using 4x4 posts to add additional support in our corners. We'll use those 2.5 or 3-inch screws to drive those through to put the bed together. We're here at one of our new community gardens that we're building. This is Ellen's Community Garden. We want to talk a little bit about the wood that we use to actually build these boxes. We actually start with 2x10 by 8-foot boards. So we need 3 of those. We take one of those boards, we cut it in half, and that gives us our end pieces, which are 4 feet wide. That saves you a little bit money and makes it a little bit easier to build.
And as for these corner support pieces, we just get a long 4x4 length and we chop it into the width of our boards right here. And for these 2x10s, the width happens to be about 9 1/4, just so you know.
So to get started, what we do is we want to take our 2.5-inch screws to help us put our boards together. We're going to take our 4-inch or 4-foot board, our 8-foot board, and we're going to put the corners together using these 2.5-inch screws. We use square head or we use star head screws, but it doesn't matter, square head, star head, whichever you like. So since we're not using corner braces today, a lot of people don't have those, we're going to have Nick go ahead and hold our corners together. We just want to make sure that our corners are lined up.
I'm the corner brace today.
That he is. Hold tight, Nick, and watch your fingers.
Thank you.
So then we're going to take our drill bit. We're going to drill a little pilot hole since we're on the end of the wood here. Drill a pilot hole. Then we're going to take our 2.5-inch screw. It's going to go right into our pilot hole here. Hold that corner together.
Nice.
And we'll do the same thing on the bottom. Not everybody drills pilot holes. We like to do pilot holes because it makes it easier for us to keep our wood aligned. But everyone doesn't do that. Some people just drive the screws straight in. Pilot hole down there on the bottom, just like that. Another 2.5-inch screw. That puts our corners together just like that. So now we're going to go and we're going to do the same thing to the other 3 corners, and then we'll come back and we'll put our 4-foot or 4-inch by 4-inch posts in the corners.
Alright, so if you notice, we put the 4-foot boards on the outside. You see that? We did that on all 4 corners. You can do either inside or outside, but just make sure that's consistent throughout the build.
So next part of our build is where we're going to add in our corner braces. For our corner braces, we use 4-inch by 4-inch posts. You know, we're doing this the Whispering Roots way. We always say that there are many ways to build a grow bed. These grow beds are easy to build, it's inexpensive. We're just using straight construction lumber. Some people like to use cedar. It's more expensive, but it'll last longer. But you can get away with straight construction lumber. So we use our 4-inch by 4-inch posts. I think this is a Douglas fir. That's just going to fit in our corner this way. You don't have to add in the 4-inch post if you can't find 4-inch by 4-inch. You can get away with just using the rectangular bed. This just gives us a little more support and makes your grow bed last a little bit longer. So we'll take our 4-inch by 4-inch posts. Should fit right into the corner here. And then we're going to put in 4 screws on each side of the post to hold that all in place.
So another thing to remember is that the screws that we use to attach these two boards run this way, right? About 2.5 inches. So when we're putting our screws into the 4x4 post, we want to make sure that we're not going right into that screw. We want to go a little bit lower.
As you see, we finished putting the bed together. We put it in place. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the actual site itself, if we need to grade it to make sure that the bed sits flat, removing any of the grass that's inside, and then putting in our new grow media.
All right, garden fans, I think that's it from us here at Whispering Roots for today. Stay green. Keep trying. We're going to grow something together.